doing? Come on, we've got a special guest on today for Porky's International. Pop, pop, bang! Hello all you hardcore sports fans, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's International. This is a new channel. You maybe been following me earlier on YouTube on Porky's Corner. We've still got that channel. Feel free to subscribe to both. We're welcoming back legendary football man, Glynn Snodin. We had him on a couple of weeks ago. How are you doing, Glynn? Nice to see you.
Right, Porky, how are you, sir?
Right. How have you been keeping?
Been good, yeah. Apart from the weather, yeah. But it's been all right, yeah.
Been away?
I do jingle bells with my dogs. That's it. Just on beach,
jump
down the beach 3 or 4 days, times a week. Yeah.
You love it, don't you?
Oh, I do. Love my dogs. Yeah, it's great.
You got a caravan there, Glynn?
No, my mate, my sister's mate's got one, so we just went in that. Yeah,
all right.
I loved it. Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
A lot's been going on in football in the last few months, recently. Do you want to finish off on what you thought about the championship race in the championship? You know, the teams that they're running, how you thought it all went to end? We were going to cover that last time, but we didn't. So we'll cover that today, then we'll do England stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
How do you think it finished off in the end?
Well, to be fair, my team Leeds, I expected them to go up automatic. And like I said, when it came to the last 6 games, we weren't performing to the standards that we had been most of the season. And then, like I said, when it gets a bit tough up there, you've got to dig in. You know, no matter how you get the results, no matter about performing and showing that you're class above. It's about winning and getting over that line, and we just didn't do that. Leicester came to the throne, and I thought they did well. They adapted to it well, to be fair.
Yeah. And what about the teams that got promoted? Who deserved, do you think, Glenn?
Well, yeah,
the top 2.
Of course you do. It's where you finish. It's a 40-odd game season, so whenever you finish,
46 games,
you deserve it. You know what I mean? And it's not about just that last, like I've just said, 6 games or 3 games. But when you're in there, you've got a chance. You've got to take it. And we didn't, at least. But
it's a 49-game season for them when we're at final, isn't it? In playoff.
Well, you got your
just for league games, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. You got your playoffs. You know what to do, home and away, and then you've got the final.
And it's like the richest game in football, isn't it? For across the board, even the Champions League prize money don't match it's more or less what's at stake, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going back to that Premiership where every player wants to play in that Premiership. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you don't think about the money, just think about you wanting to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That the money and that comes later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The big men at the top who owns the club, and it's them that think about that. Whereas when you're a player, you're out there to go and win.
Yeah.
And you think about the money afterwards.
Yeah. What do you think to how it's ended for Sheffield United last season? What do you think went wrong with them then?
I think every club goes through that. I thought the first year in Premiership when they got up there, I thought they were brilliant. They had a system of playing. Chris did a great job, to be fair. Chris and his staff, absolutely brilliant for what they did and where they got the club and how they gone playing. I mean, it was great to watch. It was different, and then all of a sudden teams used to, you suss them out, and then you have to have another way of playing if you can. You need an A, B, and C, and unfortunately, like I say, it went a bit pear-shaped. In the last probably 2 years for him, I mean? And Ecky's a great lad, did a great job, for what he did with Sheffield United, so it was tough for him, but that's the way football is, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down, and them that seem to get up from the Championship don't seem to spend long at this moment in time in the Premiership, they're always coming back down. It's about spending and getting, better players in there if you can.
Do you think that Chris Wilder will keep his job?
I hope so, because like I say, I love the way he plays, the way he speaks after games. He's so honest. He tells it as it is, and he knows what the Sheffield United fans want. He's been brought up with that. He knows what they're wanting, how they want to play, and make sure that they give everything. Yeah,
I remember when they went Premier League started, they had Brian Dean up front, didn't they? Your old pal, didn't they? And Tony Agana.
Yes, some good players. In fact, Dino got the first Premier League goal,
Yeah. They ran rampage toward end of the season before they got it Prem, didn't they? All First Division.
Yes. They've been a good side. I mean, it's a good club, good side. And then you got Sheffield Wednesday over the border as well, near enough within 5 miles or so. So yeah, 2 good clubs, 2 big clubs.
We've got Terry Curran coming on.
Legend, absolute
Does he get on all right with teams?
Yeah, great, love him. What a player as well.
Do you remember him when he had his Keegan perm?
Yeah, what a player. He was a good player. I mean, he was it, wasn't he?
He had a Keegan perm before Keegan, though, didn't he? TC.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
TC.
The Wednesday fans loved him. Yeah, he's great. Love him. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to get him on, but he's funny. Do you remember when he played for both? Do you remember the Boxing Day massacre with Terry Curran? Do you remember that?
Well, vaguely, but
he ran a riot, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I'm not sure which team he played for then.
They were at Wednesdays.
He was at Wednesdays, but he did play for both, didn't he?
Yeah.
And not many do that,
No, they don't. They don't. No.
And he's still popular in town.
Oh, really? Yeah. He's a great lad, isn't he? He's bubbly character. Loves his football still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your opinion on his football, which is great.
Yeah. Have you had a night out with Terry?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it wasn't long ago, actually. Maybe a year ago, something like that. But I always see him on circuits and also when there's golf dues. Like we're going to one tomorrow, there's one at Donny tomorrow. A golf charity do with all the ex-players and usually pops in TC, so yeah, I'll have a chat with him there.
Yeah, he's a character, isn't he? TC.
Great lad. He is.
Moving on then to England, Glynn. What happened? What do you think? I know they got to the final.
Well, that's it. We got there. I mean, it's been disappointing this morning last night and then this morning when we got up and you hear everybody now saying should he go, shouldn't he go, and it's up to Gareth what he wants to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think the kid's done well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a split decision throughout the country, but for me, I think what he's done for England football, he's done brilliant. You know what I mean? He's got us to 2 finals, a semi-final. You know what more? Well, we haven't won anything since '66.
Yeah.
And everybody's moaning, oh, we should have won, we should have won. You know what I mean? But listen, they've come up against a good side last night.
Yeah.
They're a good side. You know what I mean? Very good.
Do you think if they'd have gone for it in the last 10 minutes instead of sitting back that they'd have won, Glynn?
I think when Palmer came on as well, you know, they did have a go. But like I say, it's not about entertaining when you come into a final. It's about winning it. You know what I mean? And they also, but Spain go forward. That's the way they're brought up. Spain's been brought up playing that as kids. You know, and they go through that. And like I say, for us to get there to a final, I think we've done brilliant. There's a lot of big international teams that haven't got there. You know, your France, your Germanys, I mean, Belgians, had top players in, and they're not there.
What do you think to the tactics overall in the tournament? I know you can say you got to the final, can't you? I think that's a bit fence-sitting myself. I'm not having a go at England. I just think that's a bit fence-sitting.
Why? Why though?
I don't know, because I just felt that a lot of games that we sort of like fluked our way through it with 2 wins in 7, and I don't know, we got
tournament football, isn't it? It's not a 9-month season where you're looking at results and you're playing Saturday, Tuesday. It's a tournament where you're looking to get through, and then to keep, you know, you've got to keep them players happy, especially those that have been on the bench and not getting any time. You know, you've got to keep them happy as well. It's not about just that 11, 16 that are going to be playing regularly in that tournament. You know, you've got to look after everybody and keep them all sweet and keep, like I said, the camaraderie together, which I thought he did. I mean, you could see they were all together. Yeah. And at times when you're on that pitch, you have to take responsibility yourself. You know what I mean? You get orders from your managers, your coach. But at times you've got to see things out there yourself and go for it.
Do you think it might be a mental approach, Glynn, that's the problem here? Because we're going back, do you remember that song, It's Coming On in 1996?
Yeah.
Well, that was like 30 years of it, they used to sing. Well, now when we go back to World Cup, if we qualify, they were saying that'd be 60 year, won't it? And in that period, you know, we've had, you know, great teams, haven't we? Great individual players. You know, Keegan in that era, Mick Shannon, all them, and then going through, you know, your Gascoignes and John Barnes and Brian Robsons and keep going, Michael Owen, Gerrard, Shearer, Lampard, all these.
Great players, Gerrard, but not being able to produce.
Rooney. Yeah. And all these individual stars who are all ranking every year for Ballon d'Or and winning Champions League trophies. End of the day, we can't get one manager to nip them together. So are these players as good as what they say they are, or is there a mental problem here when they step up for England?
That's what it is. That you mentioned. See your feet, the talent, they've got that. They've got that. And in English football or British football, we've got that as well. It's in there that matters. You know what I mean? That's 90%. You know, where you have to perform out there, and you've got to deal with everything. You You know what I mean? Now, as the years and years have gone on, and especially today, it's the media. You know what I mean? It's everywhere, social media, whereas probably 30 years ago it wasn't. You know what I mean? You read newspapers, where now it's on phones. And it's everywhere. And
people want it like that, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. And us English people think, well, we should be winning it because, you know, we're England and we've got the best Premier League.
And we invented the game.
You know what I mean? And it don't work like that. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not the way that it works in the world, because we've got the top league over here with Premier League, and people want to come, and players want to come from all different countries because, you know, they want to play in that Premier League and they get the money and what have you. But when you look at it, probably our kids, maybe 16, 17, 18s, won't get in. I mean, they're playing 21 football, which is, when you go and watch 21 football, it's not competitive. You know, it's all more about technical sort of thing. So when you watch our 21s, you know, for the league teams in Premiership, Championship, that's how they play. You know, and you like to see a bit more intensity. Whereas when you come to first team football, it's a different kettle of fish. Yeah.
Gareth Southgate, Glynn, if he chooses to resign, the people in the running, I've seen it this morning, Klopp, Frank Lampard, Eddie Howe, and Gary Neville, an outside bet as well. So I've seen them 4 names mentioned. What do you think about that? But them 4 not good enough.
Leave it with Gareth for 2 years, another 2 years.
We let him have World Cup.
Yeah. He's took us to 2 finals, took us to a semi-final. What about all these top managers that have been before him? You know, we haven't won anything since '66.
Yeah, they never got to finals, did they?
Or semi-finals, probably. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's not many that's done that. And on what he's done, Gareth, I think he's done very well for us. You know what I mean? And I go back, there's times you have to, you know, you get told by your manager, your coach, how you're going to play, but you've got to take responsibility on that pitch at certain times, in certain games. You've got to do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, they're calling for him to go on TalkSport, aren't they?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there'll be a split. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Majority saying, yeah, go on. Let's have somebody else in, but be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? The kid's done a good job.
Do you think that England job being such an high profile job that they should get winners in? I'm not saying Gareth Southgate ain't a winner, but he hasn't won anything as a club manager, and obviously he's not won anything as an England manager in 8 years. Do you think there's like a mental block that he's maybe one of them also runs and just not a winner? You know, like a Jimmy White with a World Championship, one of them types. Do you think it's a mental block for him as well?
He'll be a winner inside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's one of them lads that it's not just about that. You've got to, like I say, how you speak to the players, how you conduct yourself into it. And he's got a great camaraderie with that squad of players. You can see it. You know what I mean? And everybody speaks well of him.
Yeah.
I mean, on what he's done in this tournament and the previous ones. So for me, why change it? You know what I mean? Be careful what you change.
So if we're going to change England manager, if he resigns, if he does, or if you want him to stay on for the World Cup if they qualify. But what if Klopp comes in, Lampard, Gerrard, Gary Neville? Could they make a difference, or what?
What, how and why? That'd be my question then. Why are they going to make any difference to what Gareth? Apparently these are our best.
And he's had a best
squad. Yeah, this is our now. They're saying they're our best squad for a long time. So are you going to bring other players?
Maybe people are being harsh on him then.
Are you going to change these group of players then to go and win it? Again, it's in there because they've got the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
We say, well, with 27 minutes to go, it's 1-1 and they were on top. So they were 27 minutes away. They can look at the positives. It's not going to be negative. Let's look at the positives. They were 27 minutes away from going and winning it, weren't they, really?
Yeah.
They had that period, didn't they, from 73rd minute till about 80th, where it looked like they were coming, didn't it?
Yeah, they just got on top a little bit, didn't they? And you thought, yeah, got a chance here. But then, like I said, Spain are a good team. You've got to be careful then on the counter because they can hurt you. Any team can when you've got top players. You know what I mean? And they're a top nation.
Yeah.
And what they're good at is playing good flowing football, going forward. And then when they're in that last third, you know what I mean, they get players around that box and they've got that many players that can do things, with that football. They're a top outfit. And I said to my cousin, there were 2 teams to go back before the tournament started. France and Spain. They were my 2.
Yeah.
Like I said, so they're coming up. So for what we've done, and I've been happy for what we've done. I know there's a lot of punters out there that in, and I know they've spent a lot of money, and they want to see probably entertainment and more goals. And again, it's about winning. When you're out there as a manager and a player, you want to win. You know what I mean? We could have got out in quarter-final by playing great football, having 20-odd shots. That keepers, it's putting great saves off. We're hitting bar, we're hitting post, and then all of a sudden we go out and we lose 1-0. I mean, which would you have? Surely you want to get to a final. Yeah,
do you think England fans just wanted it on a plate? They wanted, fancy football and win it finals as well?
And listen, everybody wants that, but you can't. You know what I mean? It's hard to get that. You know what I mean? Both. It is. It's difficult. Unless you're a Brazil when they're on. You know what I mean? You see that, but there's not many countries that can do that.
What about somebody working with Gareth Southgate? If he did stay for 2 more years, somebody like a Glynn type, somebody who's got a bit of flair, somebody like that working behind the scenes with him.
Yeah, but I think he's experienced enough now for how long he's been in that job. I mean, why would he want somebody else there above him? I mean, he's got good coaching staff at the side of him that he can speak to and rely on. Like I said, they've been to 2 finals, semi-final. He's been there 8 years, well, with the 21s before that. So he's been in the FA a long time. Yeah. Now, if he'd said to me, he's been there 2 years, would you get somebody? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you might, because Gareth's the centre half. Would you have like a Glenn that's up there, for the other side of it, the flowing football side? But he's been there a long time, Gareth. He's seen it, done it, won the T-shirt,
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Can England, right, when they qualify for the World Cup, which they should qualify, can England win the World Cup and dominate with this team, or do you think this team are coming to end a couple of them? Because Kane's knocking on about he's 30 odd, isn't he now? What do you think to his performance in the tournament?
Well, he won't fully fit, was he? But you still, I would. It's all about opinions. I'd play Harry Kane. I would. Yeah. It's impossible not to. Imagine not playing him and then we go and get beat. I mean, they'll always say, well, why do you play Harry Kane? You just can't win at times. But you have to go with what he sees Harry every day, speaks to Harry every day. So he knows. We don't.
We only go on what we read in the papers, don't we?
Yes. And we see little clips in training, but you only get the first little warm-up stuff. But he's with him every day. He's with him, talking to him every day. He's with him, working with him every day. So they both know. You know what I mean? And I think Harry will be the type of Gareth, just leave me out today. I'm just not right. But he wants to lift that trophy. He's a winner. Wants to play. Wants to show on the biggest stages what he can still do. Yeah, and unfortunately he didn't do it in this tournament, but he's still a top player.
What do you think to Palmer's performance in the tournament?
I thought he was brilliant every time he came on, the kid. Yeah, I thought he was positive. He wanted to go forward. He was looking to play forward, looking to score goals. Yeah, I like the kid. I always have done since I first saw him for Man City as a kid. Yeah, got some talent, and it's a great future for us when you see talent like that.
Yeah. What do you think to Bellingham? That volley he scored, unbelievable, wasn't it?
Fantastic. That's what I'm saying. In the last minute. You know what I mean?
There you winners,
Yeah. And that's a technique which you don't do in training. You know what I mean? You don't practice that. But just instinct. Yeah, and brilliant. I thought the kid were good. I did. I thought he was a top player.
Did you practice them in training?
No. No, definitely not. Definitely not, mate. No, he's a good player, Bellingham. It's great for the future when you see Palmers and Bellinghams, performing like that. You've still got Sackers and you got Fodens, even though I thought they were, average. They weren't poor, but I thought they were average to what they can do on the standards that they
rate Foden?
Set. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's playing in a great team at Man City.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I say, the kid's got some talent. Saka's got talent. And it's about, producing it every day.
You rate the goalkeeper?
Pickford, yeah. I mean, what did he do wrong?
Yeah.
Probably not much there in the tournament there. I thought he made some good saves last night as well.
Yeah.
He kept it in it, and he's a character at the same time, you know what I mean? And
strong character.
Yeah.
About that defence, what do you think? Because he played 4 at back. Did that worry you, Glynn? Playing 4 at back?
No, not really.
Because that's where the stick they're getting it media.
Yeah, they're all saying they thought they'd struggle, but I thought they coped with stuff well.
Thought they contained Spain, all right, yeah.
In every game, really, yeah. I mean, they weren't really, like, cut open, you know, for long periods in a game or all that. No, I thought they dealt with it well. The only thing that had bothered me is when they were playing Trippier, you know, left back, because I know Shaw wasn't injured, but because he wasn't left-footed, he's having to check out and come back when we were going forward. But as a defender, you know, he knows his job like the other lads did.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll wrap it up on this, Glynn. So for you, it's Gareth Southgate is about to stay for World Cup.
For me, yeah. Again, it's smart opinions, but me, I'd like Gareth to stay. I think what he's done is fantastic over 8 years, the lad, and I just wish he would stay for the next 2 years and get us through to that World Cup. And we're always there in the tournament. Like when it comes to the group stages, we're fine at getting through. It's just when we get there to the tournament, you know what I mean, that's where we just falter at the last hurdle.
Yeah. Okay, well, for me, it's a Southgate out. Collect your cards, son. So, anyway, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Thanks for coming on, Glynn.
Cheers,
Tonic. And don't forget to share your video on your social medias. Come on, booyaka!